If you're a grown-ass man, 18 years old or above, and you're watching sports, you sit down in front of your TV to watch the World Cup, I genuinely believe that you're the biggest fucking loser alive. You have work to do, bro. Why are you so emotionally invested in something that you have zero control over? Why do you give so much of your time, energy, and attention into something that you have zero control over? Why not put that time, energy, and attention into yourself so that you can be a motherfucker that people talk about? You noticed how every single time you encounter a person who actively watches sports, they're a loser. They're a nobody. They don't have anything going on in their lives. Why is that? It's because the rich people, the people at the top, they don't give a flying fuck about sports. All they give a fuck about is the game of life. They are so invested in their own success, in their own empire, that they don't have time to think about all of this bullshit that doesn't concern them. Why is it that no politician knows what's going on with their own national team? Why is that? It's because they don't give a fuck. They have a duty. They have a fucking country to run. They have a conquest. And if you had a conquest, if you were genuinely emotionally invested in something, in your own passion, then you as well, you wouldn't have time to be so worried about an outcome of a fucking sports game. It's like, bro, you're so emotionally invested in something. Why do you become so emotionally invested in something that can actually help you, rather than something that is actively destroying you? And the worst thing about it is, I've done this as well. I've watched a couple of games of the World Cup, so I'm not going to sit here and say to you that, I'm a perfect motherfucker, but I look at these motherfuckers who all they have in their life is watching this sports game. All they have in their life is playing video games or doing some shit that doesn't even correspond even a single bit to their own success. And I see these motherfuckers and I'm like, bro, like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? They give so much of their time into something that doesn't help them. They give so much of their time into something that's actively destroying their fucking brain cells, and they don't even realize that shit. It's like when you scroll on TikTok for hours on end, it's like, why are you getting out of that? You know what I'm saying? And if you started seeing everything with that sort of logic, if you started activating your rational mind, that's why you're a man, that's why you're masculine. It's because you can think rationally, you're not a fucking woman. If you can see things logically and you put things into perspective, every single time you sit down in front of a TV, you should be thinking to yourself, why am I here? Why the fuck am I sat down? Why am I relaxing? Why have I turned my brain off? You've literally rejected all of these incoming ideas, all of these incoming stimuli into your brain simply because you want to focus on a fucking football match. It's like, bro, like, get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? It's not that important, I promise you. If you watch the finals, go ahead. I'm going to watch the finals as well. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to watch the fucking finals, maybe even the quarterfinals or the semi-finals. But those are the important matches. You know what I'm saying? And other than that, I watch 90 minutes, but other than that, my whole day is consisted of reading, studying, learning, working. That's all I do, bro. I eat healthily, I go outside into nature, I record these videos. That's literally all I do. And until you can say you do those things, until you can say that you're actually working towards becoming the best version of yourself and attaining the life that you truly want, you shouldn't be even, thinking about watching sports. You shouldn't even be thinking about playing video games. You shouldn't be thinking about fucking around, being a degenerate fuck, because, it brings no benefit to your life. And I'm not going to say that it brings any benefit to my life, but, I've earned the right to watch these fucking sports games. Even though that sounds cocky and arrogant, considering I haven't even made a single million in a year. But I know I'm going to do that shit. I've already manifested that inside of my brain. I have the vision. So for me, it's like, it's going to happen, so I might as well do it now. I have to live as if I was already the richest version of myself. And when I am rich, when I am the motherfucker I want to be, I'm going to take some time off. I'm going to watch the sports game. I'm going to watch the semi-final. I'm going to watch the quarter-final. And, I love football. I used to play football for 4 years of my life. So, yeah. But any other man, any person who doesn't have any sort of ambition or drive in their life, any person who doesn't have a conquest in their life, any person that is just, sitting around lazy as fuck, watching TikTok all day, indulging in these sports events, motherfucker, get your life together. You know what I'm saying? Just get your life together, honestly. It's not that important, bro. I promise you, you are not gonna die if your sports team, if the person that you like or the person you look up to, if they don't win the World Cup, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Life goes on.